Hello, it's Lily, and as promised, I'm back with a video with a breakdown of what 75 hard is, plus my experience of doing it as a working mom
who is also studying and somehow thought
adding a mental toughness challenge was a good idea. Spoiler alert, it kind of was. But let's rewind. So picture this, 9 to 5, working mom, toddler tantrums, dishes in the sink, and for some reason I thought, let's do 75 hard. Honestly, sometimes I think to myself, who let me? So let me tell you about what 75 hard challenge is, and I promise you by the end of this video you will question your life choices. But once you finish 75 hard, you think, that wasn't that hard, and I look sexy and trim and snatched. So let's dive into it. So 75 hard is a
75-day long mental toughness challenge. That's quite difficult to pronounce, but anyway.
It's less about getting shredded, and it's more about becoming a person that just doesn't give up. But here's the kicker, you've got 5 rules for every single day. If you mess up, you have to start over. And I know what you're gonna think, oh well, that sounds fun, but stick with me. So number 1 is do 45 minutes workout a day, which sounds absolutely insane. It's not as hard when you put it into context. So 45 minutes, one of them has to be outdoors. Whether it's snowing, raining, sunny, hot, cold, whatever, you gotta do it. You have to leave the house for 45 minutes and do something outdoors. So I typically go for a walk with my little one, or just go around the block in my neighborhood. And obviously second workout could be as simple as just doing some abs or a little legs or upper body workout, or a gym class, completely up to you. Rule number 2 is drink a gallon of water every single day. I don't think it's that hard once you get in the swing of things. What really helped me is just plan out each hour and remind myself to drink a glass of water. In that case, I could easily hit my water goal. If I don't remind myself, I completely forgot water exists, which is just baffling. Rule number 3 is follow a type of a diet. No alcohol, no cheat meals. So if you want to make it easy for yourself, you pick a keto diet, you pick a high protein diet, Mediterranean diet, whatever that is, you do it and you have to stick to it. There's no one chip, there is no a sip of alcohol when no one's looking, none of that. If you do that, you have to start over. So just be completely honest with yourself. To be quite honest with you, it's so amazing what a little bit of grilled chicken and some broccoli and some proper seasoning can do, because we don't want just some boiled chicken that doesn't have any taste and it tastes like a flip-flop. So we're not going to do that. Rule number 4 is read 10 pages of non-fictional book. Again, that was very easy for me because I love reading my books. I've also started my data scientist qualifications, so 10 pages for me was very easy. And honestly, rule number 5, which is what I struggled the most with, is taking progress pictures, because they're just so time consuming. And which part of the day I'm going to do it? So if I go to the gym, I think I don't have a full length mirror in my gym changing room. I don't want to take a selfie at the gym when people are looking at me like, oh, I'm just leaving the gym taking a selfie. I'm so shy, I can't do it. So then I have to go into the changing room. They don't have a full body picture. So if I go to the gym, then what point am I taking a picture at home, because I'm just in a rush going back home, having a shower, get dressed, get my little one ready to nursery, and then go to work. Like, I don't have the time. Progress pictures. So for me, progress pictures were the biggest challenge. So take a progress picture every single day for 75 days. And then hopefully by the end of it, you think, who is she? And I have to say, the first couple of weeks where I was on such a high rush from actually just committing that I'm going to do this challenge, that I was thinking, oh my God, I'm really killing it. I'm in it. And then day 35, I did feel a bit of a dip in my mood, in my attitude, just towards the whole challenge. I was kind of over it. I think I came on my period. It was just a bit cold and I was tired. I was hungry and I'm like, I'm still not seeing that much of a progress. So it was hard. I suddenly really found it difficult to get out of bed. And my brain was just kind of telling me, you've done enough now, it's 30 days now. But honestly, what I did learn, the biggest thing is this challenge isn't about being perfect. As long as you hit your 5 rules every single day, it's fine. You don't have to go over and above. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just being consistent with your diet, going to the gym, get your steps in, drink your water, read your work, take that picture, and you'll be fine. And here is my proof, by the way. I've already showed you this picture. I have lost 10 kg in my second round of 75 hard, the one I actually completed. So lost 10 kg. There's a couple of FAQs that I need to add into here as a disclaimer. What if I miss a day? You have to start over. Can I modify the rules? No, you either follow them or you try again next time. Or try a different challenge, which is called 75 medium or 75 soft, where you can be a little bit more flexible as long as you do some sort of diet, you go to the gym, you do your best, but you're not as strict to hitting every single rule every single day. Last question is, can I combine my 2 workouts? And the answer is no, don't even try it. These are 2 separate workouts. So now we've got the FAQs, let's go into talk about my experience completing this challenge from beginning till the end, and what I've learned from it and what I can pass on to you and see if that resonates with you. As I mentioned, I work 9 to 5, a very busy mum. I'm also studying for my data scientist qualification, and I've just recently started to dabbling in content creation. So I have a few balls in the air all at once, but we move. I've been posting on my TikTok since January this year, and only just recently dipped my toes into starting a YouTube channel. So I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of a juggle and quite challenging, but we are doing it. I'm also very much of an all or nothing type of girl. I'm either in all full boss mode, where I just go 100 miles per hour, productive, healthy, gym obsessed, organized to the teeth, or I'm in my flop era, surviving on toast, watching my to-do list grow legs and sprint away from me. So it's almost no in between, which is, I don't think it's a healthy place to be. Fun fact about me, I started my very first 75 hard last November, and I failed horribly, I think, on day 7. I just couldn't take it anymore. My mind wasn't there, I wasn't organized enough, I didn't feel like I cracked the code. So I failed that one. Then in December, I went on to sort of a health kick where I thought, let's just try to get your diet in order, because workout has never been a problem for me. I've always been going to the gym, and exercise was never really an issue for me. It's this, what I'm putting in my mouth and how much I've been putting into my mouth. So second time I did my 75 hard. I started in January 2025, which is my first official 75 hard that I managed to complete. So now thinking about it, this time, January 2025, I decided I'm going to do 75 hard in the most unhinged time of the year. Honestly, it kind of worked in my favor. There was no summer weather, nothing was tempting me to drink or have a barbecue or just park a date with mates. It was dark, cold, wet, and I was like, well, I might as well go to the gym if there was nothing else is happening. And honestly, the biggest thing was accountability. My husband was an absolute rock. He was cheering me from the sideline. He's also very, very supportive. I know I keep talking about it's so important that you marry a guy that supports you everything you do, whether it's with your fitness, whether it's with your training or being motherhood, someone that is an even game player as you, because it's your partner. It can't just do it on your own, otherwise you're going to fail, especially if you're a mom. And then the other thing I did was started a TikTok page where I documented everything for 75 days, and that was a job and a half in itself, just to show up every single day on my TikTok. But we did it. Documenting the whole journey made me feel like I was doing it something bigger than just me. Does it make sense? I don't know. I also changed gyms before I started this challenge. That was open 24/7 with loads of class options: morning, daytime, midday, lunchtimes, after work. So all these options to choose from, which meant I had no excuse of, oh, my gym is not open, oh, my gym doesn't do those things. Basically book onto all sorts of classes, from boot camps, HIIT, body pump, high rocks. I love high rocks classes. Anything that really gets my heart rate up, I love doing. Most days I would do a workout in the morning, whether it's going in the gym and do a light training or an upper body day, lower body day, or would do a gym class. And then my second workout of the day would be my outdoor walk, and I typically take my little one to the playground or just have a stroll at lunchtime. Honestly, whatever worked, I just made it work. It's only 45 minutes workout a day, so it's really not impossible. It sounds intense, but I didn't have any personal training, I didn't have any big expenses. I just simply changed the gyms, and I made sure that I had every single day I had a gym class booked in, and I made sure that I went out for a walk with my little ones for 45 minutes. And I basically just booked onto these classes that was some sort of beauty appointments or doctor appointments that I couldn't miss. I mean, it did help that if I don't turn up, I would have been fined, and I think that was a powerful motivation, I have to say. So also, I'm quite huge on habit stacking. I can't just do one thing at a time. Well, I can, but not by choice. When you're a busy mom, I feel like a lot of women can relate to it. We love habit stacking. If I'm meal prepping, I'm going to do the dishes, I'm going to load the dishwasher, I'm going to put the washing on, or just wipe the worktops, reset the sofa, quick hoover around. Or if I'm on the treadmill, I've got a walking pad at home, which is so handy. But if I'm at home working from home, I would definitely get quite a bit of steps in just by replying to some emails. Same at the gym. If I did a leg day, hop on the treadmill or Stairmaster, quickly reply to some emails, because honestly, it will all add up. And if you don't have to focus individual slots for individual activities, this habit stacking for me was an absolute game changer. When it comes to food, I didn't overcomplicate it. In a slight calorie deficit, I focused on high protein meals, and I was tracking my meals as well, just because I cannot judge accurately how much calories in certain meals, and I think that's where it got me where I am in terms of how much weight I've been putting on, because my eyes just estimate a number, and it's never the case. I remember I used to think, oh, I just had this dinner, it's only 600 calories. And when I start adding up, it's like, okay, so you had pasta, you had this, you had the sauce, you had this, you had that. And it's like 1200 calories for a dinner. Now, that's completely going to throw you off in the long run in terms of your weight gain and staying on track. So for me, tracking my calories was just a must. It's not for everyone, and it can be triggering if you're battling with some sort of or you've got a relationship with food that it might trigger some sort of negative behavior. So be mindful of that. One thing I didn't do, I did not give myself any rewards or treats, because I saw someone saying on TikTok, stop treating yourself because you're not a dog. And it just resonated with me so much, because I do use food or any sort of purchases as a reward system, and it works, but I didn't want to associate the 75 hard challenge with being a chore. I wanted to do it for myself and me feeling better and perhaps losing weight as a bonus, and feeling more organized and disciplined is the result for me, and that is the reward for me, that I'm feeling better in my skin, I'm feeling so much more myself again, a bit like before I become a mum. So I didn't want to associate any reward system with it. Saying that, I did book a holiday at the end of 75 hard. We went to Center Parks for a few days, so just because we were in desperate need of holidays, so we just need as a family just to bond together, and just happened to be tied into finishing my 75 hard, so it wasn't intentional, I'm telling you. The other thing I did was completely overhauled my evening routine. I packed my gym bag, nursery bag, my work bag, meal prepped. I didn't always meal prep all my meals for the day, but I always made sure I had at least 2 of my meals prepped, whether it's a breakfast, whether it's a snack, whether it's my lunch, whether it's my dinner, which helped me immensely when I have a hunger attack. I didn't just go and run through the cabinets and just binge on all the junk food. I had something to grab, like, okay, I'm absolutely hungry now, let's just grab this overnight oats. That will just take the edge off of it. So even if you don't meal prep all your meals, I still recommend you to do 1 or 2 meals or just a snack a day, so there's always something that you can reach instead of just rummaging through the chocolate cupboard. I also made conscious effort of not to do any doom scrolling. I spend so much time on my phone, and I know when you try to get into content creation, you're inevitably going to spend time on your phone because you have to plan it out, you have to edit, you record it, editing it, publishing it, and then engaging with other people on platforms. So it will take up your time, but it just got to the point where I was just grabbing my phone for the sake of grabbing my phone. That had to stop. And honestly, all these habits of reshaping my evening routines and cut down on the phone usage made my mornings 1,000 times easier. Now, the knock-on effect of having a good evening routine is that you're going to have a seamless morning. I mean, you still have to get out of the bed, which no one wants to. I don't want to get out of bed, but it was just so much easier because I knew I didn't have to worry about deciding what I'm going to wear. It's all there. It's all on the table. All I have to do is just put it on, pack up my gym bag, put my work back in the car, and just do my workout. And by the time it was 6:30, 7 o'clock, I was back. I had a bath, I put my makeup on, I was ready to go to do the nursery run, go in the office. I was just ready for the day. The knock-on effect on it is when you wake up super early, by about 11, 12 o'clock, you do feel like you've already done a whole day worth of work because you woke up so early. So just something to bear in mind, but you'll get used to it the more you do it. But I have to say that beginning of the first 3 weeks was really challenging because of it. I woke up at 5 a.m. and honestly by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought, I need to go to bed. I can't do this. I'm so tired. I think it paired with everything, that whole lifestyle change of eating better, going to bed early, waking up early. It just starts to catch up on me. So it will take a couple of weeks to get used to it, but just bear with it. And honestly, having a good morning routine and ticking a lot of items off your to-do list, it gives you a false sense of superiority. I can't really explain, but I just felt like I'm so much better than everyone else. No, I didn't feel like I was better than everyone else, but I definitely felt like I was better than me 2 months ago. I know that 75 hard gets a lot of backlash, and I totally get it. It's absolutely understandable, especially the workout aspect. When people not used to exercising, 2 workouts can be so daunting, and I can completely agree with that. 2 workouts does sound a bit insane without any context, but one of them is an outdoor one, which is 45 minutes. What would you gonna do? You're gonna go for a walk for 45 minutes. That's not that difficult. And then you do another 45-minute workout, which could be indoors, could be a class. You could go for, some stretches, mobility. Because here's the thing, not every single day needs to be 110%. You don't need to go to the gym every single day and lift 200 kgs on your leg day. Some days it could be just Pilates at home. It could be just stretching at home. It could be just abs mobility. And then you've got your more challenging days where I do high rocks, I do boot camp, I do circuit class, I do leg days, upper body days. So it's just a mixture of things. You don't need to go in the gym every single day and sweat like a maniac. So I finished my 75 hard, my second round, because obviously I failed my first round. So the second round of 75 hard, when I finished it, I didn't really take a proper break because I felt I went away to Center Parks for a week, and then I restarted my third round of 75 hard, which is what I'm doing right now, in April. So I didn't take a proper break, and honestly it was very, very rough at first, and I'm not really back in the swing of things. The second time is so much harder because I guess the clock went backwards, so I've lost an hour worth of sleep. That really knocked me to 6 and I'm really struggling to get back into it. Although I am sticking to every single day and hitting all the points that I need to hit in 75 hard, it just doesn't feel as good as first time. But we move. We committed now, and I am not restarting. I am not feeling it, and I'm not going to restart. So we're going to stick with it now. And on top of that, I forgot to tell you that I started my data scientist qualifications. I'm working in tech, so doing this qualification wasn't as far from what I'm doing currently. And although it's not as intense as I thought it would be, I think when you pair it with working in 9 to 5 and being a mum
I'm
and
trying to do 75 hard and do your skincare and then installing my stubby extensions.
then do your own lashes and you do everything, it's just a lot. Whether you have a job, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, it is a lot because you don't get a downtime. You go from one persona to the other persona. You wake up, you being a mom, you go to the gym or you work out or you just get everything ready for your children. And then if you have a job, you go to work and then you have to slip into that persona of having a job and being a working mom. Or if you don't have a job, you have absolutely no escape just being with your children 24/7, which is absolutely wonderful. But in the long run, it can also be very difficult for your mental health in a way because you somewhat start to lose yourself, if that makes sense. So you can't win. Whether you're a working mom, it's hard. Stay-at-home mom, it's also very hard. So, and on top of that, I also started creating content in January this year. I was documenting my 75 hard journey on TikTok. I've recently started this YouTube account where I just show tricks how to glow up, whether it's hair, doing your own nails and own lashes, and doing 75 hard, and just how to juggle it all as a busy mom. And to be quite honest with you, the content side of things was the hardest part mentally for me. I absolutely love it. And I mentioned it in my previous video. I used to have a YouTube channel back in the day when I was living in Sweden. And I kind of completely fell off of it. I was documenting my uni life and just being young and carefree and doing stuff with my friends. And I fell off of it when I became a mum. And I just didn't really want to post. I just wanted to enjoy my motherhood, and I feel so rusty. I feel like things have changed a lot in the last few years. Really respect my creative side, and I'm absolutely enjoying creating content, but I find it so discouraging that I've been posting for best part of 5 months now and I've not seen the results that I thought I would see. Historically, if I look at how much I would have grown or just been able to reach a sort of community or group of people that resonates with me, but I'm definitely struggling with it because I put so much effort in and I absolutely enjoy doing it, and I feel like I'm just doing everything for myself. I feel like I've got so much to teach and pass that knowledge on to the other girls. And I also like to connect with other women as well. I follow so many amazing women on my TikTok account. I try to keep repeating to myself, comparison is a thief of joy, and it really is so true, but I find it so difficult not to take it to heart because I am such a sensitive soul. So it's just hard when you enjoy doing something and you're not seeing the results. And I just had a video coming up on my For You page from one of the girls I follow that said, let go of the instant gratification. And I am such a victim of that because I want to lose weight by yesterday. I want to look sexy by tomorrow. I want to have the best skin by the week ago. I want to be in, no, I want to have that promotion. I want to have this. And it's just stop. If you are thinking of doing the 75 hard challenge, you have to go all in. I would recommend it absolutely wholeheartedly for anybody, not just for weight loss, but it's genuinely just to get you disciplined and follow a routine and stick to it. It's such a mental toughness challenge, as you know, but it really is. It does make a difference, and this discipline will start leaking into other aspects of your life. So you start with your exercise, then you start with your diet, and then all of a sudden, oh, I need to organize this drawing here. That's crap. I need to go through that at some stage. It's just, you notice bit by bit you want to do more and you want to improve more aspects of your life. It's not just for the aesthetic, it's not just to brag about that you've done 75 hard, but to do for you, for the structure, for the discipline, to do things better. And hopefully that discipline will start reflecting in other areas of your life. Because if you ask yourself, oh, can I do this challenge? Yes, absolutely you can, but you need to be organized and prepared. So hopefully what I shared with you today will help you see how I organized my 75 hard challenge. I hope you can learn some tips and tricks. And please do let me know if you're starting 75 hard or if you've done it before, because I definitely want to hear your experience. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and see you next week.